Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to build a bomber with working bay doors and bombs in Minecraft Java Edition. Now first of all, I apologize for the mess, this is a test world I'm building in. And second of all, I am sick, so I'm not going to sound the best, so I also apologize for that. Now this is the bomber itself, the design is derivative of the B-29, but it's not trying to be really a replica of anything. So you go down under here, and you can see that the bomb doors are open, and the dispensers right there, that's what drops the TNT down below. And so if you go into the bomber itself, you can see that there is an interface for the user. And this control right here opens and closes the bomb doors. This right here drops the bombs, and then this is a bomb safety. Now we are working with TNT, which can mess up everything at any second. So we want to be as careful as we can when working with this. So that's why we have a bomb safety. You cannot drop the bombs until you're absolutely sure. So we're going to go ahead and engage the bomb safety and then close the doors. And as you can see, now the bay doors are closed, and it doesn't even look like anything is going on with this plane. But then you come back in, open the bomb doors, just like that, disengage the safety, and bombs away. So that's what we're going to be making today. So, real quickly, before we begin, I must warn that the redstone in this build is rather complex because we're fitting a lot into a very compact area. This is what we're going to be making. Now, I know this looks complicated. I promise it's not too bad. It's very repetitive, but I would really recommend coming into this build with some experience in redstone because otherwise you're going to get lost very quickly. Now, this design here, if you are one to just, if you want to just build the bomber itself like that, you can go ahead and skip to this time on screen. Now this design here, this is made specifically for Java Edition, and the reason this cannot be made on Bedrock is for two reasons. First of all, is that the dispensers in Bedrock move with slime blocks, while dispensers in Java Edition cannot be moved. So this means that would destroy the build. Second issue is that Java has a feature, or I guess a bug, sort of, called quasi-connectivity. And this basically affects how the pistons work. I will show you the issue that happens later on when we get to it. But so this is a Java specific design. I do have a Bedrock design. It's actually much simpler in this because of those reasons, but this is the Java design. So with that, let's go ahead and begin the build. I am making the bomber out of green concrete because I mean it kind of screams military colors, but you can use any color concrete you want to make any sort of library you want. So to start out the plane, you're going to want to make a cross section of the fuselage. So we're going to do a 7-block diameter. So that means we're going to do 3 blocks out. Then you're going to build out one right here. And you want to build out another on both sides. Then build up 2. And you're going to want to bring it in just like you built up. So this is going to give you this circular shape. And this is going to be what the tube of the plane looks like. It's going to be 3 on each side with a block in between. The next thing you want to do is you want to add 4 blocks in. Bring the fuselage length out to 5 blocks in length. And you're going to want to fill this in for the entire circle. Now, this section is going to be, this is going to be where the switches are connected to the interface. So go ahead and fill that all in. Sorry, I'm a slow builder. So now we have a tube 5 blocks in length. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the bay doors. Now, because of the complex nature of this redstone, we're actually going to build the redstone first and then build the fuselage around it. So do not extend this out to length. What we're going to do is we are going to build out 3 blocks here. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to put 3 slime blocks on top. Then you're going to extend this out 1, then extend out 3 blocks more, and build 3 more slime blocks, just like this. And so you're going to do this until you have 5 chunks of slime. Now, this is very extendable build, so you can actually build as many of these as you want. If you want 7, if you want 4, perfectly fine. It's very, very customizable. But for right now, I am just doing 5 blocks in length or 5 bay doors because it seems like an appropriate length. So, with that said, next thing you want to do is you want to put 2 slime blocks up like this in the middle. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to get a dispenser. You're going to build down, facing downwards on the sides like this. So you're going to get this eye shape right here. And these dispensers are what's going to drop the bombs. Now, it is imperative that you do not fill these dispensers with bombs until the very end, because otherwise stuff is going to end very quickly for us. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to build a skeleton fuselage. This is going to be the parts of the fuselage that are necessary to build the redstone with, but we're not going to film the whole thing. So go ahead and fill in the floor like this, bring it to length. Then on both sides, build out this block here. Just like this. Then on this side only, build out this block here. And then, so these are going to be the necessary parts that we need for building the bay doors. Now, actually go ahead and build up this block here, and I'll show you why. Because next thing you want to do is you want to build a downward facing sticky piston that has a block gap between the slime blocks here. You want to do this on all of them. But for ease of access, go ahead and delete this right here, and we will put it back later. So then you want to get another sticky piston, and on this side here, face it towards the inside of the fuselage, that it's facing the slime block here with the 1 block gap, just like that. And you want to do this with all of them. Very good. So this is basically the very simplified version of how the bay doors are going to work. So this piston here is going to pull up this slime block section, and it's going to pull up these 3 blocks. And then this piston right here is going to pull all to the side, so it gets out of the way of the dispensers, which will then be able to drop the bombs. So the next thing we're going to do is work on the circuit for the bay doors themselves. So I'm going to start by making 1 bay door, and then we're going to extend it out to the rest. So let's go. You're going to need redstone dust, redstone torch, a lever, redstone repeater, an observer, any block. I'm going to stick with the green concrete, but you can use any block, it's fine. And then you're also going to want a specifically immovable block. Just like this. So I'm using obsidian, but any immovable block should be fine. So let's begin. The first thing you want to do is on this side here, you want to place a redstone torch to power that piston up there. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to depower it with another redstone torch. And so that's going to pull this up. That's fine. That's what we're expecting. Then you're going to build out 2 blocks here like this so that you can face a redstone trail into the torch just like this. And then go ahead and run this down like this. You can put a lever for testing. So you can, we will remove that later, but for testing purposes, that's good for now. Now, we need to now power this piston. So what you're going to do is right here, build this way with a block. But since we're working with a slime block now, you want to put the immovable block here. So I'm going to put the obsidian. Go ahead and run 2 pieces of redstone dust right here. Now, right here is actually going to interfere with the bomb circuit later. So you're going to, instead of placing another redstone dust, we're actually just going to place a block right here to run the signal through. Now, for this particular part, you need to follow these exact set instructions because the biggest issue with this build is that these 2 pistons get out of sync. And if they get out of sync, you're going to have a lot of trouble trying to correct them. So for example, if this is pushed down and this pulls to the side, then you're going to you're not going to move the blocks out of the way to be pulled, and it's going to be very hard to fix. So follow this exact set of instructions here. Place an immovable block down. Then you're going to place a repeater down and put the 3 clicks, just like that. Then you put the observer down, facing the piston, but reading the repeater, just like that. it is crucial that you put the observer after the repeater, or else you're going to get an updated block and desync it. Then last, put an immovable block here so that the piston can receive the redstone signal. And then now what you're going to do is you're going to go up to the repeater and add another click. And that's going to pull this side. That's fine. That's exactly what we're looking for. So this is what the bay door is going to look like. So this is going to push out and push down. So if we go over here and test it, we can see that it is pushing to the side, but you might notice something curious. See, if you push it in, despite the fact that this piston is receiving a redstone source, it is not pushing down. And don't worry, it's not broken. But this is what quasi-connectivity is. Basically, since this piston is being pushed after the redstone torch is on, it needs another update to be able to be pushed down. It's a really weird thing that exists in Java. So we're going to send an update signal. So go ahead and build a block like that, and then build a block like this right next to the torch. Delete this block. We don't need it. Then we're going to build two more blocks like this. So you're going to have this circuit right here. Now, place a redstone repeater right here and extend it to 4 clicks. Then place another repeater right here, and do not worry about extending it. Then what we're going to do is we are going to place another observer facing towards the piston that reads the repeater. Okay, just like that. So now, if we disengage the bomb doors, they're open. As you can see, it pulls it up, it pulls it to the side, so now there's a gap. And if we turn it back on, pushes it down, and then it gets updated and pushes it down. So that's basically how the bay doors are going to work. So one issue you may encounter in building is that in the bay doors can behaving incorrectly, in the sense that before raising, they're pulled to the side, which destroys the blocks like this. This means that this observer is out of sync with this piston here, and you need to reset that. So here's what you're going to do. Leave this on, and then slowly delete that, put it back, and then do it back to 4 ticks. Then, before you engage anything, delete these blocks to the side, and then that should be your problem fixed. There you go. The good news is that this design is very extendable. Now, before you go skip it in the video, go ahead and watch how I do the second one, because it's gonna change a bit. Not too much, but it is gonna change a bit. So I recommend watching the second one and then skipping for the rest of these. So the first thing we need to do now is, if this is turned on, leave it on. We're gonna need that for the rest of the design. Now, the next thing is we want to run the redstone signal down the length of the fuselage. So go ahead and divert it down like this. Then place a repeater here before the sign block. And we're just going to repeat that for the rest of the plane. So, dust, dust, dust. And then when there's not a sign block, put a repeater. And then dust, dust, dust. Repeater. Dust, dust, dust. Repeater. Dust, dust, dust. Repeater. Dust, dust, dust. There we go. Now, we're going to make the second one, and it's pretty much going to be nearly identical to the first one. So just like before, place a redstone torch here. Then you're going to depower it with another redstone torch, just like this. Then you want to extend out 2 blocks, place a redstone trail, and you want to bring it down so it's connected. Now, this is going to be blocked later. So go ahead and extend the redstone trail out like this so it's connected on both sides, because this will be blocked later. And do that for the rest of the ones too. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to extend it out this way. So normal block and obsidian, and then again put the block in front of it that carries a redstone trail. Now this is what's different. For this one, to ensure that they do not, for this one and the rest of them, to ensure they do not get out of sync, put the redstone repeater down and then fully extend it to 4 ticks. Then put the observer down and then the obsidian. So do that for the rest of these, and that will ensure that it does not get out of sync. Then we're gonna put the update circuit here. So just that 4 blocks, delete that one. Redstone repeater, fully extended, another repeater, dust, and then we are going to want to place the observer facing that way. And there you go. That's the second door made. And as you can see, it opens and then it closes. And nothing is desynced. Very good. So you're going to follow that principle for these last 3 or however more you want to do. Normally I would fast forward this part, but since it's pretty complex, I'm just going to go ahead and run through basically how to do it. However, if you are pretty confident in what you're doing and you want to skip ahead, you can skip to this time on the screen. So let's go ahead and go. So again, place a torch and then unpower it with another torch, run the 2 blocks, and then fill these 2 blocks with redstone. Then you're going to run the trail across with the block and the obsidian, block it with an obsidian, and then we're going to get the repeater down, extend it fully out, place the observer, and then obsidian. Then what we're going to do is we are going to place the extender circuit here, delete this, repeater fully extended, another repeater, and dust, and that's the next one. And then the fourth one, torch to power the piston, and then we're going to power it again with another torch. Extend this out to 2 blocks, place redstone dust, and then continue the trail down to these 2 right here. Then we're going to continue out this way, 1 block, 1 obsidian, continue trail, and then continue the redstone signal through the block and obsidian right here. Place another obsidian, repeater fully extended, and then you're going to put the observer down like this and place the obsidian. Then we are going to do the update circuit here. Delete that. Repeater. This one's fully extended. Dust. And then observer. And then last one. So, redstone torch. And then unpower it. 2 blocks. Redstone trail. And then continue to trail down here to power it. Run it across with 1 block and then 1 obsidian. Continue the trail. Then go ahead and continue the trail by blocking with the obsidian. There's another obsidian down here. Repeater fully extended. And then you're going to want to place an observer like this. Block with obsidian. Then we're going to want to do the update circuit just like this. Delete that. Fully extended repeater. Normal repeater. Dust. And then observer. And there you go. That is the working bay doors. So you can see while this looks complex, it's actually a very repetitive design and it does not take long to extend it out. So if we go over here and we flick off this letter, as we can see, all the bay doors are working. If we close it again, then they are all closed. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I forgot to put an observer here. So there we go. Now it should be working. So yeah, open and close. Just like that. Yep, perfect. Okay. So that is the bay door circuit complete. Now you may be wondering, well, hey, that's pretty cool, but we already seem to be pretty full up and we need to still drop the bombs. What are we gonna do? Well, believe it or not, we have, as you can see, we have a little corner here and we're gonna fit the bomb circuit into this little corner here. So let's go ahead and go. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and place so this gap between this repeater here and this piston, place in our obsidian like that. And you're going to do that for all of these. Yep. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place a redstone dust on all the dispensers, just like so. Then what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to place an obsidian between to fill in this gap right here, just like this. This is what it should look like right now. Just a trail running along. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place a repeater right here to ensure that none of the signal from the other circuit crosses, because we want to keep these circuits completely separate. We do not need the bomb doors also dropping bombs. So then the last thing you're going to do is you're on top of this repeater here, you're going to put an observer that faces towards you. Then you're going to want to place a redstone dust and then a repeater, just like this. And then dust, and then observer. So it's going to be a repeating pattern. So on top of the repeater, place an observer. There you go. And then dust, repeater, dust. So same pattern. Observer, dust, repeater, dust. Observer, dust, repeater, dust. And observer, dust, repeater, dust. And believe it or not, that's all you need to drop the bombs. So if you come over here and you place a lever on this observer, as you can hear, yep, the observer is making the dispensers all drop. Now, as you see, if we open the doors, same thing. But if you hear no dispensers while we open and close the doors, which means that you have successfully kept the two circuits separate. See. Okay. So that is pretty much it. That's all we need for the redstone for this thing. Now, the last thing we're going to do before working on the plane itself is working on the interface and hooking up the switches. So go ahead and delete this right here. Just leave that part right here. Then what you're going to do is build a bulkhead by filling in the face of the fuselage, just like this. Fill it all the way in, except leave a little 2-block gap at the bottom here so you can walk through it. Don't worry about this. I'm just building out so I can stand. Now, you are welcome to set up the interface however you want, but this is the way I do it. So you're going to go ahead and get a redstone lamp because this is going to provide feedback so you know what's going on. So under this corner, put a redstone lamp and put another one under this corner here. Go ahead and also get a button because in this corner here, we're going to put a button or a lever. I'm sorry. This is going to open the doors. And then here, we're going to put a lever. This is going to be the safety. And then here, we're going to put a button. This is going to drop the bombs. So, with that in mind, go ahead and do the inventory. So for this, we are going to want redstone dust, a normal block, a redstone repeater, a redstone comparator, and a redstone torch. So, with your interface set up like this, go ahead and move on the inside. The first thing you want to do is you're going to want to build just like this. And then you're going to want to put a dust down, and then a comparator, and then another dust feeding into the observer, just like this. Go ahead and set this comparator to subtract mode, just like this. You can tell because it has a redstone torch on the front of it. So now, as you see, yep, it works. So then what you want to do here, just build down like this. And there you go. That is now both the bomb switches and the door switches on. So just like this, so build down and then connect it like this. Now the last thing we want to do is do the safety circuit. Now, one thing I like to do with this design is have not only the safety lever connect, but I also like it when the doors are closed for it to also engage the safety. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and close the doors. Then what we're going to do with this lever here, go ahead and grab some glass. Then what you want to do is run this out here. I'm sorry. This needs to be a repeater. Then place a block here. Do a torch. And then run that in just like that. And that is gonna basically be that's pretty much it for the safety switch. So when the safety is engaged like this, what's happening is the comparator is subtracting both signals here and output in a difference. And since both signals are equivalent to the maximum of redstone strength, it's outputting nothing because it subtracts an equal amount of strength. So it doesn't activate the bombs. But when we pull down the safety, this turns off. And then when you turn this on, there's a big difference. So it does drop the bombs. Now, the last thing I like to do is connect these two circuits here. So go ahead and place a repeater like this, and then another block like that. And so what happens here is that even if you turn the safety off, the safety stays on until you've opened the doors. This ensures that you cannot, in any scenario, drop bombs while the doors are closed. So the safety is engaged right now, but now we disengage it, drop bombs. But if you close doors, the safety is still engaged, and you cannot drop the bombs. I hope that's not too confusing for everyone. Now, the last thing we want to do is provide feedback. So it's pretty easy. Just run a block up like this, and then that will turn on the lights. And so when this light is on, the doors are closed. And then if it's off, the doors are open. You can mark this with a sign. And then if you flick this down, the safety's off and the bombs are ready to drop. And as you can see, if you close the doors, now the doors are closed and the safety's on. So that is it. That is all the redstone done for this build. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. All right. So now that all the redstone is done for this build, we can begin working on building the plane itself. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to extend this out, extend all the fuselage out to length because we cannot build over the redstone. Okay, now if you are joining us after having skipped the redstone, basically the main thing you need to catch up on is that you need to start with a cross section that looks like this. So 3 blocks and then down 1 and then 3 blocks down and then in and 3 blocks just to make this circle. Then you want to go ahead and extend it out to 24 blocks in length. And then finally, you want to just don't worry about all the redstone stuff. Just go ahead and fill this in completely, maybe leaving a 2-block gap so you can walk through. So now we have the entire length of the fuselage done. And it's basically now you're flying tube for the plane. So next what you want to do is you want to come out here and extend this by 5 blocks. So just build another ring by 5 blocks. All right. Then we're going to want to close up the back end here. So we're going to begin by extending this out by 3 blocks, then build up and build 3 more blocks. And then build up, build 2, then build up, build 1, and then up 1, and then up 1 more. And then what you're going to do is you're going to build up here. and then run it along the length, just like this. So this is what the back section of the plane is going to look like. So 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, and then connect to the other side. So what you're going to do now is you're going to want to build up like this, and then on both sides, build 3, just like this. Then again, build up, and then build 3, build up, build 3. So basically you're making a V shape here. And then you're going to want to build just like this, fill in the gaps. And then you want to build up and build in, just like this. So you're basically making a smaller cylinder that fills in the gaps right here. Then on this side, again, build up. Build up and out. And then right here, build 6 blocks that extend out this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then right here, build up and build out. Then what you want to do is right here, extend out 2 blocks, just like this. Then right here, build up and out each side. And then finally, go ahead and extend this to here. Go ahead and bring it all the way out here, just like that. And that is the back section of the plane. All right. So the next thing you're going to do is go ahead and grab yourself some green stained glass. It's normal glass. You want to come out to the front of the plane. Delete anything you have in front of this bulkhead here. So next you're going to get your green stained glass and you're going to build a 3x3 just like this. And what this is this is a translucent floor so you can watch the bombs being dropped from the plane. Next you're going to want to just extend out the rest of the fuselage right here. Then go ahead and send it out one more with just the concrete all around the circumference. Just like that. Now, what you want to do is you want to build up and build 2 blocks out, filling in the gaps of the circle, just like this. And I apologize, this part is actually going to be glass right here. So build this bottom section with concrete right here. So 3 blocks and up 1 on each side. And then 4 blocks of glass on each side here. And then fill in this part right here with glass. And then the last thing you want to do is place, and then bring out 3 concrete right here. And then 2 glass, 2 tall glass pane right here. And that is the front of your plane. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the tail and the back wings of the plane. So go ahead and come to the aft section here. And then at this part where the fuselage starts to come back together, go ahead and count out 2 blocks. So 1, 2, and then on the 3rd block, place the beginning of your tail. So start with 1 block. Then next, you're going to want to build up so that so you want to build up 2 blocks. And then you're going to want to build up 4 blocks so there's a 2 block difference between here. Then again, you want to build up now so that there's a 2 block difference between here and here, just like this. Then build up so that there's only a 1 block difference, just like this. And then build this one up to the same height as the last one. And then go ahead and build this one right here so that it is one block less than that one. And then finally, on this part here, go ahead and build it so there's a 2 block difference. And this is going to give you this curved looking tail right here, just like that. So 1, 1, and then 2, 2, 1, the same, and then down 1 and down 2, just like that. Now, for the back wings, where the tail begins to start right here, place a block. And then continue going out by 1 block increments until you get to 1 before the tail stops. So you're gonna notice that there's gonna be 1 block here, 1 block here. This is where you make the back wings, just like that. So it's gonna be 7 blocks of ridges, as you can see. So again, on the same side, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just like that. Those are the back wings. Now, last thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get some. You can get any slabs you want, but I'm gonna use smooth stone slabs, and you're gonna get to fill in the wings except for the edges. You're gonna leave the edges as concrete. So fill in everything on the inside, the outside line, just like this. And then you're going to do the same at the bottom. Okay, that is how you do the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. All right, and the final thing we're going to do for the body of the plane is we are going to build the wings themselves. So for this, keep your green concrete and keep your slab. Then go ahead and grab some sort of wall. I like to do polished black stone, but you can do whatever kind of wall you're for. And what this is going to be is the propeller. So, I mean, if you really want a brick propeller, have at it. And you're also going to want to get a shroom light. And then finally, you're going to want to get a mob spawner. All right. So, we're going to start at the right side. So go to the back, and at this part where the fuselage begins to come in, at this back block here, count over 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the 7th block, go ahead and put your first block. Now the wing is going to be 10 blocks long at the longest section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, what you're going to do is extend out 2 blocks, just like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to green in 1 and go out 2 blocks. And you're going to do 6 of these 2-block retreats. So just like this. So that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a 7th one, but we're going to do a block above, just like this. So that's going to be 7 2-block notches, with the last one being above. Then what you're going to do is you're going to build out this way, extend out 2 blocks just like that. So you're going to have a 4-block section back here, and you're going to do it again right here, but you're going to bring out this block like this, and then do this. So now you're going to have 8 blocks right here with 1 at the end. This is going to be the end of your wing. So now what you're going to do is you have 1, 2 blocks right here, bring it out a 3rd time, and then go down, bring it down, and go out 3 more blocks just like this. So 6 blocks with a difference in elevation, 3 blocks down. Then you're going to bring it in 1 and do another 6-block notch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to bring it in 1 more time, and it should make up 6 blocks again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, so you start out by bringing out 3, then 7 notches of 2, then make the end here, and then return with 3 notches of 6. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the where the propellers are going to be. So right here, go out. So right here, skip a notch and then go out to this one, build out 4 blocks. And on this side, go out 3 blocks. So that is where the first propeller is going to be. Now the second propeller is going to be down. So go down, skip this notch right here, and then right here, you're going to want to do similar thing. So go out 3 blocks, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That is where the propellers are going to be. Now we're going to go ahead and fill in the wing. So with the wing filled in, looking just like this, next thing you're going to want to do is to work on the propellers themselves. So build up here and bring it out so that you have this thing here, and same thing on the bottom. So you're gonna have a 4-block diamond shape, just like this. And then right here, you're gonna extend this out so it's 7 blocks in length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And same in the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then same thing on this propeller. So bring it out to make the diamond shape. And then extend it in 7 blocks in length. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So the next thing you're going to want to do is to place a shroom light 1 block in, just like that. And then you're going to put a mob spawner in front, just like that. So you kind of have like a fiery look at the propeller. Then you're going to put a wall, extend it out 1, just like that. So you have 2 blocks of walls here. Then you're going to want to build up 2, down 2, and out 2 on both sides. So you have this plus sign propeller looking thing. And same thing for this propeller right here. So shroom light in, and then put a mob spawner in front of it. And then build out 2, up 2, cross 2, down 2, and out 2. So then you're going to get 2 propellers that look just like this. We gotta wait for the. There you go. Okay. Then on the back side here, what you're going to do is you're going to actually delete 2 blocks here at the back of the propeller, put a shroom light and a monster spawner, just like this. And same thing here at the back of the propeller, delete 2 blocks, put a shroom light and a monster spawner. All right, and the last thing we're going to do is we are going to fill out the top of the wing with our smooth stone slabs. So this is probably going to get a little confusing, so just keep in mind that we're going to follow the same pattern of making the wings, except within the outline. So for example, starting here, go 1 block back and then go out 3. Then go a notch of 2. Then we're going to just do 6 notches of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now go ahead and delete the ones on the propellers. We're not going to need those. And then again, 7th notch of 2. And then just fill in any gaps of the outline here, just like that. So you have 6 blocks and then 1 actuator here. Then we're going to follow the same pattern back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then all you're going to do is fill in the gaps. Right, and that is what the wing should look like. So we're going to do the same thing on the bottom here. So this one I like to go all the way to the plain body. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back, and then 2, 2, 1. Keep going back, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then fill everything in. So that's the right wing complete. So for the left wing, we're going to rinse and repeat just a mirror image. So I'll walk you through how to do that too. So again, 7 blocks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 7th block. Place 1. Then go across 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then go out 2 blocks. Then you're going to go down and do 6 notches of 2 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on the 7th one, bring it up a block in elevation, and then you're going to do 2 blocks at the end here. Then you're going to do 3 blocks like that to do the tip, and then another 2 just like that to build this. Then what you want to do is bring this out a block, go down in elevation, and go 3 blocks across. Then you want to bring it in and do another notch of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then bring it in again and do 6 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. So now we're going to build the propellers. So go down a notch here, and at the end where this hugs, 1, 2, 3. And then go down to this notch here, and at this edge do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go down, skip this notch right here, and then right here, 1, 2, 3, and then down on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go ahead and fill in the wing. Just like that. Then you're going to build the propellers. So make the diamond shape right here. Then extend out the 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then something here. And do the same thing underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then go ahead and look at the propellers. So do the streamlight in, and then the mob spawner. Then go out 2 walls, build up 2, down 2, and across 2 on both sides to get a plus shape. So in here, streamlight in, the mob spawner, out 2, up 2, down 2, across 2. Just like that to get your propellers. And on the back end here, destroy 2 blocks, put streamlight, mob spawner, same thing here. Streamlight, mob spawner. And finally, we're going to fill in the wings again. So just like the pattern the wings we followed. So 1, 2, 3, then down a notch, skip this one on the propeller, then down a notch of 2, then down another notch of 2, then down another notch, skip this one on the propeller, then down, then down, and then fill in the outline here. And then same thing, go out 3, then go out 6, and then go out 6. There we go. All right, and just like that, the wings and pretty much the main body of the plane is done. That's it. That's the body of the bomber itself. All right, now that the body of the plane is done, I'm gonna walk you through some final touches, and then I'm gonna walk you through a mock interior. Now, the interior is very customizable. You can pretty much do what you want for it, but I'm just gonna walk you through what I might do if I was gonna make an interior for this. So let's go. Go ahead and open the plane. First thing you want to do is you want to make this interface pretty user-friendly by just labeling everything. So this light means that the doors are closed. This means that the safety is engaged. This lever opens the doors. If you flick it up, this lever engages safety. Now, engage safety. If you flick it up, and then this drop bombs. So this just helps you not get confused about what every tent's doing. So yeah, the doors are closed right now, but if you open the doors, you can see they open up. And if you disengage the safety is disengaged, and you can drop bombs. So and so forth. Close the doors. Now, let's begin on one. So go ahead and open the doors. Then you're going to want to do one final crucial touch. And that is in here. Now, here's the thing. The dispensers here are going to be dropping bombs through this hole, right? But there's nothing to block here, which means that the TNT can catch on this ledge here. And if that happens, well, and bombs away. So yeah, in order to make sure that the TNT absolutely gets funneled through this hole, you want to place an obsidian right here and an obsidian right here to make sure that TNT gets funneled through. That way nothing is notable. So go ahead and do that for all of them right here. Just like so. Basically, this means that the dispenser is going to be blocked in on all three sides except this one part. So it's okay if it doesn't, because there's a gap in the middle. And okay, for this one, we want to go ahead and do that and that, and then, yep. There we go. Now all the TNT will be funneled through this hole safely and not kill your plane. So with that, now we can go ahead and we want to put some light in here. So let's go ahead and put some torches in. Then through here, you can put a torch there. And then, so one thing cool is if you close the doors, it actually leaves this gap right here for you to walk through the length of the plane and to load the bombs easily. So let's go ahead and put some torches in here. Now be careful that these slime blocks are moved back, so do not put them near the piston or in front of the piston. But you can put some torches over here and they will not be destroyed. Then up here as well, we can go ahead. Yeah, so again, keep in mind this piston's going to be moving back, so do not put it in front of this piston here, or else it will be destroyed. So back here, this is where I like to put the door, and this is a good section back here for, cargo and all that. So what I personally do is I like to, close up the bulkhead, make another bulkhead here for a separate room. And here you can put like, crew quarters and chests and cargo and all that. So, I would put like beds in here, chests for cargo and all that kind of stuff. And then through here, what you can do is I like iron doors personally because I think they look good, but you can use whatever door you want. So, I put a door there so the crew can get in and out. And then for the main door for the plane, go ahead and bust a hole through here on either side. I decide where, so you can do both sides. I'll just do one side for now. So bust a hole through there, place a door like that and a button on the side, and then place a block above here so that it's closed in. That way you can get in and out of the plane. Just like that. Then you can walk through here to get to the cockpit, and you can load up any TNT you want. Now in the cockpit, there's quite a big thing to. This is the crucial stuff, but you can also add a few things to like make it look cool. Like for example, I think these look like yokes in a way. You put a lever here for like a throttle, um, and then you can put like crucial buttons that don't really do anything, but they look like they make the cockpit look cool and high tech. One thing I like to do is I like to get a map and not put like I should make the map and then put it in the item frame there so you can see where you're going. And then another thing I like to do is I just like to get they serve real no purpose, but just get some clocks and compasses because then you can like it looks like dials and gauges and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that is basically what you can do with the interior. Now we get the final fun part. It is time to load bombs and blow everything up, except hopefully the plane. So go ahead and come to here. We have 10 TNT dispensers, so right. Now with everything loaded up, let's go see the moment of truth. So the doors are closed, so the bombs are not going to engage. We close the doors, or we open the doors just like that. But the safety's still engaged. So again, bombs are not going to drop. If we disengage the safety, but we close the doors, the safety's engaged again. And then, now if we open the doors, moment of truth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you can see, all the TNT drops through. Nothing blows except the ground below. So yeah, there we go. That is how you make a Minecraft armor with working bay doors and bombs on Minecraft Java Edition. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Maybe we'll see if I have other tutorials to do. But have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.